Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Please recognize Representative Osborne to present the Veteran of the Week.
Representative Osborne, you're recognized to present the Veteran of the Week.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is my honor today to recognize Jake Searock as the Veteran of the Week. That last name may ring a bell to many of you because his wife, Mariah, basically runs the fiscal division for the State House. And also as a bonus, he is the son of Liz Searock, formerly of the House, and I guess also ran the fiscal division while she was here too. So, and now Liz is with Commissioner Leslie Osborne at the Department of Labor. I would like for you to recognize Jake's family in the South Gallery up here. Please stand. So rather than going through a long list of things that you'll hear again here in the citation, I want to take a minute to talk about Jake as a person. One of the first times Jake met his now brother-in-law and fellow veteran, they were hanging out in a bar in Midwest City. While they were there, they began talking to another guy who was clearly in some mental health crisis. Turns out he was also a veteran, so Jake grabbed an Uber and took this man all the way to the VA and stayed with him until he got checked in to make sure he was okay. One time, Jake invited his best friend Dan, who lives in Tulsa, to a concert in the Oklahoma City area. Dan wanted to go, but he had been in an accident and broken both arms, which is super fun, I'm sure. So he didn't have a way to get there. So Jake packed up Mariah and their dog Molly and went to go get Dan in Tulsa and bring him to Oklahoma City so he could see the concert that weekend, and then turned around and drove him back that night. Another one of Jake's friends returned home from flight school to be faced by heartbreak and nowhere to live. Upon hearing this, Jake immediately invited this friend to move in until he could get back on his feet. I'm assuming he cleared that with Mariah first. Jake's favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. He loves to cook for everyone and is always trying out new recipes. He just wants to make sure everyone is well fed and happy. It is my understanding also he often likes to buy rounds of drinks for the people that he is with at certain establishments. And so, Jake, I just want to cordially invite you to invite me the next time. So as you can see, on top of being the Veteran of the Week, Jake is just a good person, and I think that's worth celebrating too. Madam Speaker, can the clerk, or Mr. Speaker, or Madam, can the clerk read the citation?
I did shave, and clerk will read.
Whereas Jake Searock served honorably in the Oklahoma National Guard's 45th Infantry Brigade from 2009 to 2014, demonstrating unwavering dedication to his country, and whereas during his deployment to Afghanistan from 2011 to 2012, Jake fulfilled his role as a military intelligence officer, showcasing exceptional skill and leadership. And whereas he was recognized as the best student by his peers during military training, despite many being older and more experienced career military personnel. And whereas upon returning from deployment, Jake continued to exemplify commitment by balancing part-time work with his academic pursuits. And whereas he earned an associate's degree in journalism from Rhodes State College, furthering his education while serving his community. And whereas Jake also completed a bachelor's degree in strategic communications from the University of Central Oklahoma, emphasizing his dedication to personal growth. And whereas in 2025, he took on the role of Senate Sergeant, contributing to the legislative process and supporting legislators. And whereas his career trajectory has now shifted towards mental health as he currently pursues a master's degree in counseling at Oklahoma State University. And whereas Jake's goal is to provide support and therapy to veteran population at the Veterans Affairs Hospital, demonstrating his compassion for fellow service members. And whereas his commitment to education and service reflects the values of resilience and dedication that are hallmarks of the Oklahoma National Guard. And whereas it is fitting that we recognize Jake Searock as the Veteran of the Week for his exemplary service and ongoing commitment to the well-being of veterans in our community. Now therefore, pursuant to the motion of Representative Mike Osborne in the state of Oklahoma, extends to Jake Searock sincere commendations and directs that this citation be presented.